Hi friends, it's Raghav and today I'm going to teach you how to create the automation framework using C# language, and in this framework we will use SpecFlow and BBD requirement, which is behavior driven development automation. Just like we will use Cucumber syntax, and Cucumber syntax is used Gherkin language, and we will also use NUnit and Selenium Webdriver and some Koiku syntax. So first I will tell you what is SpecFlow BDD automation. So SpecFlow is one of the few C# BDD frameworks out there which automatically makes it a highly desirable automation tool for you to use in your development projects. So this framework helps you to build acceptance tests using business readable specifications. So you use the Gherkin syntax to build a test that read close to plain English. So therefore, these tests are readable by the developers, testers, and business personals, and in theory serve as living documents that can replace requirements. Okay, guys. So NUnit, so we will also use NUnit in this framework. So NUnit is an open source Selenium C# framework that is ported from JUnit, and that the latest version of NUnit is NUnit 3. We will see in this project, so which has a host of new features and supports a wide range of .NET frameworks. So this Selenium C# framework is widely preferred by C# developers and automated browser testing. So let's see how to create automation framework in Visual Studio. So first of all, you need to install the Visual Studio. You just need to download from Google and install in your system. Then just like I have already installed, I just need to open the Visual Studio. I have 2007, latest version is 2019, I guess. So in this project, first I will need to create class library. So directly you can click here or just go to file, new project, and here you just need to select class library .NET framework. Okay, and you need to give the proper name for your automation project, just like what should be YouTube, QA.YouTube. Okay, then click on OK. Yep. So this project is created, and in this project we have three files. Class file is this is the default. We have to delete it, so just delete it. And we have properties and reference. Now in this framework we will use POM model, and we have to create some folders like a common folder. So first click here, add folder. Okay, so just give proper name common. Just copy this folder and paste it. Okay, and change the name. And now I just need to create feature files as BDD use feature file. Whatever we need to create or we need to automate, we will create feature file for the module or for the page. Okay guys, so just create features, then need to store locators and step definitions, and one more folder I will create, which is a resource file resources. Okay, and for extra or common methods need to create a page folder. Which is pages. Okay, so in common folder we will create two folder. Inside the common folder, what will be? It will be for to read the property, so property reader and WebDriver. Now property reader, we will create two more folder, or just one folder for property. Create a folder, name is property. Guys, you need to give proper name. Okay, and inside WebDriver we have we should add two class in WebDriver. First a test base class and a session generator to create a new session for that web browser. So and for resources, inside resources I will add resource file. So just click on new and just you need to search resource file. This is the resource file. Extension is resx, so you need to give proper name, just like it's this. So resource file is added. अब यहाँ पे हमें अपनी जो डेटा है वो यहाँ पे ऐड करना होगा, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल environment can be 3 types or 4 types as your requirements, just like live environment, test environment, and alpha, as you wish. So here I'm giving live value, and comments, if you want to put comment then just you can do it, or URL, or just give the proper name, host URL. Okay, host URL, and what should need to give more information about environment, host URL, or just I need to think. Username and password, yeah, it can be stored in this file. Very important thing is browser, and which browser we need to execute our test cases. So I want to execute on Chrome browser, and host URL, just like I'm giving http www.google.com. Okay, so I have created a base class. It's a resource class. Just close the resource class, and now for to execute the test cases on Chrome browser, need to add Chrome driver here. So I have downloaded a Chrome browser, Chrome driver, just like where it is version 18. This is the latest Chrome driver. Just press it. Okay, right click, go to the property and change the output of directory, which is could not copy, always copy if newer. Okay, so just close it. Now I will create a class to fetch that to fetch the property and to get the value from the resource file, which is resource file. It is the base class is the resource file. So I will create a class to get the property to get the value from base class. Okay, so just right click and add new item, which is class. Okay, so first class should be property. Okay, property.cs, and one more class I will add, which is for property manager. Property manager. Okay guys, so first मैं property manager में एक method create करूँगा. For resource manager, so I will create a variable of resource manager, which should be static resource manager. Spelling is right. So this is the resource manager. Okay, and give the proper name, which is resource manager, and get and set the value. Okay, so why I'm taking resource manager here, because I'm going to tell you what is resource manager for the C# and what is the use in C#. So the resource manager class retrieves resources from a binary, so binary dot resources files. So we need to get the data from resource file, which is our base file. So the file that is embedded in an assembly or from a standalone resource file. So to get the data from base resource file, we need to create a variable for resource manager. Okay, so after this I will create a hash table. So it should be, I need to inherit this, so visibility is protected static hash table. So just show the potential hash table using system.collections. Okay, just give the proper name, just like resource entries. Okay, equal to new hash table. Okay, now I'll tell you what is the use of hash table if you have any confusion. So the hash table is for is a class. So hash table class represents a collection of keys and value pair. So that are organized based on the hash code of the key. It uses the key to access the element, okay, in the collection. And a hash table is used when you need to access elements by using key, and you can identify a useful key value. Okay, so that's why I'm creating a hash table here. And now I'm going to create a variable for assembly. Assembly. Okay, कर्सर को बस यहाँ पे ले जाना, तो ये ऑटोमेटिकली आपको बता देगा कि क्या करना है. ओके, so just assembly, why it is not coming. Assembly should be there. So potential, yep, it is system.reflection. Calling assembly, just give the proper name. For this variable I will call the assembly. Okay, set, get and set the value. Okay, so if you have any confusion for assembly, I'll tell you what is assembly. So assembly is a file that is automatically generated by the compiler upon successful compilation of for every .NET application. So it can be either a dynamic link library or an executable file. It is generated only once for an application, and upon each subsequent compilation the assembly gets updated. Okay, so for assembly, and now I'm creating a local thread. So thread, for what is thread? So thread is a specifies the data of data stored per thread. Okay, so it is storing the object. Just create a method, private static thread local. इसके ऊपर लेके जाइए और just use the system of threading. Which type of thread we need to store, which is hash table. Okay, give the proper name, which is properties. So properties equal to new thread as table. Okay, star so in this thread I will create some method to call that the library. Okay, so first try and catch exception E and system dot console dot write line E dot message. Okay, if there is some exception then return null. Okay, why it is giving us error? Is not to give semicolon over here. Okay, So now I'm calling assembly equal to system dot reflection. Now I just need to load the assembly, so assembly dot load. Okay, what need to load? Assembly name we have declared here, so need to pass calling assembly. Okay, dot need to get the name of the assembly, get name dot name. Okay, done. Now I will create an array of a string for all resources. So it will hold all resource file which we have in our project. Okay, all resource files. Okay, all resource file equal to calling assembly dot get manifest resource names. Okay, it will get the name of our resources. Now I will create one more variable of type string as a resource file, all resource files. Now need to give a resource file based on a name which we have. Okay, so array dot, it will find in array, find index. We need to give all resource files, comma w, that is a standard. Okay, now w dot contains what is, we have created a base class, so need to give the name of the class. Okay, so here now I need to create a method to load the resources. Okay, so I will create a separate method for loading. So here private static void load resources and give the file name string file names. Okay, done. Now I will create a array type variable for all resource files equal to calling assembly dot get manifest resource names. Okay, create one more array which is for separator, और आप बिना array create किए भी separator को लगा सकते हैं, but for looks good I will create an proper array. I will separate it by comma. Now I am creating one more array which is for resource files. Now file names dot split. What need to split? By using separator. Okay, now we can output we can separate it by using the split method will provide more methods just like string split options dot. It will remove empty entries. Okay, so it's a good idea. So now I'll create a loop, for each loop, a string type, give the proper name resource file array in resource files. ओके तो यहाँ पे मल्टीपल रिसोर्स फाइल्स, यहाँ पे एक रिसोर्स फाइल है, ऑल रिसोर्स फाइल्स इस वाले वेरिएबल में आई, फिर उसके बाद तो सेपरेट होगी और रिसोर्स फाइल्स के अंदर यहाँ पे अपने पास एक रिसोर्स फाइल आएगी और इस रिसोर्स फाइल में से हम 1 by 1 वैल्यू को गेट करेंगे बाय यूजिंग फॉर ईच वेरिएबल, फॉर ईच लूप. ओके, फर्स्ट आई विल चेक इफ द एंट्री first I will create a variable for file. So resource file. फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे मल्टीपल रिसोर्स फाइल होगी जो इसमें सेपरेट हो गए. ऑल रिसोर्स फाइल जितनी भी अपने पास रिसोर्स फाइल है, लेकिन अभी जैसा कि प्रोजेक्ट में अपने एक रिसोर्स फाइल है, सपोज वी हैव मल्टीपल रिसोर्स फाइल, देन यहाँ पे ऑल रिसोर्स फाइल्स के अंदर सारी रिसोर्स फाइल आएगी, फिर सेपरेटर से सेपरेट होगी और रिसोर्स फाइल के अंदर सारी रिसोर्स फाइल 1 by 1 स्टोर हो जाएगी. ठीक है, अब मैं क्या करूँगा, अब उन 1 by 1 रिसोर्स फाइल को चेक करूँगा. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे रिसोर्स फाइल में यहाँ पे एक वेरिएबल लिया इक्वल टू ऑल रिसोर्स फाइल्स. ठीक है, नाउ अरे डॉट find I'll find index, file index, all resource files. Okay, dot contains resource files, resource file array. Okay, good. Now I will create a one more variable for the name of that resource file. I will give a name, base name, equal to now path, get the path of that source file. Just give me a second. Using system.io. Okay, now path dot get file name without extension. Okay, and the name of the file, which is resource files. This one, resource file, this one. Okay, now I just print the resource file which is coming or not. So your system dot console dot write line file read as. Now I'll create this name of the file, base name. So yeah, spelling mistake. Yeah. Okay, Now we will use resource manager. We have created over here this resource manager. Resource manager. Okay, so resource manager equal to new resource manager, new resources. Okay, resources dot new resource manager. Okay, source manager contains best name dot calling assembly. Done. Now I will create a variable of resource set. Give the proper name resource set equal to resource manager dot get resource set, which is resource set culture info dot okay dot culture UI culture current UI culture and boolean value is true and one more is true. Okay, so we have a separate resource file. So now I need to get the old values in that selected resource file. So रिसोर्स फाइल में से वैल्यू लेने के लिए मैं यहाँ पे क्या करूँगा, एक फॉर ईच लूप चलाऊँगा, क्या जो क्या करेगा डिक्शनरी एंट्रीज टाइप का एक वेरिएबल में बनाऊँगा, डिक्शनरी एंट्री spelling is right, it's wrong, now it's right. Okay, dictionary entry, now give the variable name entry and resource set. Okay, because resource set return the value one by one in as a dictionary format. So resource set. Okay, fine. Now I will check if entry dot value exactly equal to null. अगर वैल्यू एंट्री के अंदर कोई वैल्यू नहीं आई है तो मैं क्या करूँगा, मैं यहाँ पे एंट्री नल वहाँ पे ऐड करवा दूँगा, एम्प्टी वैल्यू ऐड करवानी पड़ेगी अगर यहाँ पे वैल्यू नहीं है तो resource entries resource entries dot add what I need to add, entry dot key dot to string. First I need to give key, then I need to enter string dot empty. Okay, if there is an entry then else
resource entries dot add. Now entry dot key dot toString. Now we have entry, so entry dot key value. I just told you it is a key value concept. So resource file it is a resource manager contains key value, so this is the key and this is the value dot toString. Okay, now we have created a load resource method. Okay, it will load the all resource values, so I will have to load it here. I will have to call it here. It's like giving command that loading base dot resources, just load resources, and we have to pass a string which is resource file. Okay, this file. Okay, now it will return what it will return. It will return resource entries. So return resource entries, because in resource entries all the files has been loaded. So here after loading the file I will have to return resource entries. Okay, so this method is created. Now I will create one more method to call that thread. It is get resource bundle. Okay, so need to create one more method. Public static has table. It will return has table. Get I will give a proper name or resource. You can get any. You can give any name which you want, but to give proper name. Jobs. So I'm giving a name get resource bundle. First try catch exception and system dot console. Guys, if you want to learn to find web elements using xpath and CSS selector, then you can see my previous videos. Console dot write line he dot message or return null. Okay, now string calling assembly. I'm giving a variable, creating a variable for type of string, so I need to call assembly, so calling assembly name equal to which assembly dot get calling assembly dot get name dot name. Okay, now calling assembly equal to assembly dot load, need to load the file, calling assembly name. Okay, and return what it will return properties dot is it will return this one dot value. Okay guys, so we are done for property manager. So हमने यहाँ पे क्या किया है कि यहाँ पे पहले मैंने एक प्रॉपर्टीज़ का थ्रेड चलाया, उस थ्रेड के अंदर मैंने ऑल रिसोर्स फाइल यहाँ पे गेट करवाई जो कि बेस क्लासेस है अपनी। फिर यहाँ पे रिसोर्स फाइल्स को लोड किया, लोड करने के बाद मुझे इसको कॉल करवाना है रिसोर्स, ठीक है। रिसोर्स एंट्रीज में लोड हो गई ये सारी रिसोर्स फाइल। उसके बाद मैं क्या करूँगा, गेट रिसोर्स बंडल मैंने एक मेथड क्रिएट किया, उसमें फिर उस प्रॉपर्टीज़ यहाँ पे लोड हो गई है कॉलिंग असेंबली, जो भी असेंबली वहाँ पे कॉल हो गई स्टैटिक वेरिएबल में वो यहाँ पे लोड हो जाएगी। लोड होने के बाद मैं क्या करूँगा, उस प्रॉपर्टीज़ में जो भी वैल्यूज़ आई उसको रिटर्न करवा दूँ। ठीक है, अब मैं इन मेथड्स को कहाँ पे यूज़ में लूँगा वो आप देखिए। ठीक है, सो इन द प्रॉपर्टी फाइल I will create a method name should be getString. So the first I need to inherit property manager class. Okay, create a method public static string get string. Okay, string key, need to pass key over here or it will get the value. Now try catch exception key. Now return that empty, return e dot empty string dot empty string, it will return. Okay, now I'll get a value. So string value equal to property manager dot resource entries. Okay, now I need to pass the key, so according to the key it will return the value of that key. Okay, now return value. Okay guys, so if you want then मैं इस कोड को डिबग करके आपको बता दूंगा अगर ये वीडियो देखने के बाद अगर आपको कोड समझ में नहीं आया है, और if you any doubt just comment in comment box. I will explain you in more better way और डिबग करके मैं आपको बताऊंगा। ठीक है, if अगर आपको ये समझ में नहीं आया तो। ओके, सो अब अपने पास क्या हो गया, यहाँ पे वैल्यूज यहाँ पे आ गई है। ठीक है, ये गेट स्ट्रिंग है। अब ओके, सो यहाँ पे अपन ने बना दिया है स्ट्रिंग को गेट करने का, और जो वैल्यू बेस जो अपने पास रिसोर्स फाइल में जो भी वैल्यू, यहाँ पे अपन मल्टीपल वैल्यूज अकॉर्डिंग टू योर प्रोजेक्ट, अकॉर्डिंग टू योर फ्रेमवर्क यहाँ पे आप सेट कर सकते हो। ठीक है, ठीक है, टेस्ट डेटा की यहाँ पे अपन को ज़रूरत नहीं है ज़्यादातर, क्योंकि इट इज़ ए cucumber framework, so test data will be managed in feature file. Okay, so now this is the very important